Hello, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. A lot to talk about as we head into our evening tonight. As we head into Thursday, big time changes will begin out to the west. We'll have details on some rain in your forecast and where it will begin by Thursday night and answer your questions right here on Hutch's Weather. But first, a quick note from my sponsors at Robert Gibb & Sons. Hey, it's time to get those furnaces cleaned and checked. And Robert Gibb & Sons will do it for only $99. Quality technicians, quality equipment every time. Give them a call and please let them know that Hutch sent you. All right, we're going to start out with a look at this hour-by-hour forecast. In Montana, we have some showers out there. Huge fire taking place out in the mountains of northern Wyoming right now as well. And this is much-needed precipitation. In the high country, you see the blues there. That's some flakes of snow. Here's where this goes as we head to bed tonight. This is what you need to know. We'll have these south winds continuing here. That south flow keeps things warmer here in the northern plains, while this cold front will continue to trek its way as we go towards daybreak through Montana. Now, as we get to the morning hours, we'll see a few showers in the oil patch and out towards Billings, where in the, areas not far from West Yellowstone, we're expecting flat out snow at elevation there and significant amounts of it, and it lingers in some places for a little while, but they'll take that lingering snow. They'll take that lingering moisture no matter what form it comes in, white or just wet. And as we take a look at the rest of the forecast period here, it does look like, oh, there it is. It picked back up. Something happened. Let's get you into your Thursday. Thursday, south winds continue, and it looks to be mighty warm and mighty pleasant for our area, with those showers pushing in late in the evening in our western counties. And then after that, look at this, heading into Friday morning, passing showers with more Friday late. So we'll have a couple of rounds of showers while the Montana snow will slide through Wyoming and head into Colorado as well. So Thursday evening, the snowfall begins out to the west. So that's what's going on. And as is always the case, it's beautiful out there to know that you're watching. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know where you're watching from. Drop me a comment. Good to have you on board, Kathy and Nathan. Thank you so very much for watching from the Fargo-Moorhead area. All right, I got a big announcement to make, and I'm going to get right back to the rainfall forecast, and we're going to look at the smoke from the fires as well as we take a look at conditions across the area. But first, a quick note. It's the moment I've been waiting for. I've always enjoyed passing my love of meteorology and broadcasting to area students. And Caden Mosier will be the very, very first Hutch's Weather Kid, proudly presented by my friends at Luther Family Ford. This is tomorrow, so make sure at 4:30 you join me and meet Caden. He's from Dilworth, Glendon, Felton. And hey, kids or parents, grandparents, teachers, if you know students that might be interested in helping good old Hutch do the weather, I'd sure love to have you swing on by Hutch's Weather and take a look there to sign up to be a weather kid, a Hutch's Weather Kid. All right, peak gusts today, we're close to 40 miles per hour where we have the orange colors here. Well, it certainly was a little on the windy side in the Red River Valley and parts of western Minnesota, a little less gusty out to the west as we went through our day. Now, let's take a look at our current conditions as we peer across the region. As I load this up for you, what you're going to notice is we have cooled off, but not nearly as cold. And actually, it's these winds that are stirring up the atmosphere, keeping us just a piece warmer here. So in Fargo, it's 55. Notice the red colors out here in the elevated terrain, 64 in Rapid City. And snow is in the forecast for portions of the Black Hills. As we look on the mountains south of Montana, this is where there's some significant fire activity going on. And that fire burning not far from Sheridan, Wyoming, where it is 70 degrees, 72 in Billings, Montana. So let's take a look at that. Now we do have temperatures elsewhere. We have 54 in Bemidji, 39 in Thunder Bay. So look at the North Shore here. Temperatures there much cooler indeed, as they will continue to be in the cool pool. But for us, notice how we're starting to see these orange and yellow hues pushing into the valley. That is some of the warmth down to the southwest of us making its way into the area today. 67, your high temperature today in Fargo after starting out almost 30 degrees colder this morning at 38. So it was quite a range in temperatures today. Minot, you have 45, Bismarck 59 as well. And again, if you have any questions or things that you'd like to see, just let me know. Nancy, good to have you on board as well. I'm trying to keep my eyes on all of this, and I'm getting new pictures coming in as well because we have a full moon and the clouds and showers from that storm system out to the west are on their way. Now let's take a look at this smoke, shall we? Smoke forecast update here. We'll take a look at this hourly updated forecast model here that does basically calculate within this model the near surface smoke. So we'll look at that first, and let me make sure I've got a model run that'll go out. You can see all of the red and pink colors here. This is terrible air quality out there. That's going to be pushing into southwestern portions of North Dakota as we go through the overnight hours. Now, it will continue to drift its way, but as it does, well, it's going to basically, by the time we get to the late day hours tomorrow, dinner time, pushing down into places like Bowman, Henninger, and on up towards the Glen Olin area and Dickinson. And it'll continue pushing its way into the Missouri River Valley as we go through your Thursday. And this is going to be later in the day. So this system is going to push its way through, and it's going to bring that smoke to portions of southeast North Dakota. And we will have a noticeable increase in our smoke, although the levels of smoke in our air will not be anywhere near what they experienced out to the west. Now, when we look through the deep layers of the atmosphere, because what we just looked at, that was this near surface smoke. This is a look through the entire depth of the atmosphere. And what you're going to notice here is that we have thick, hazy conditions that will be pushing in throughout the day on our Thursday. Look at this. This big old pile of blech will work its way across the Montana border and push its way into the central Dakotas, right over Minot, right over Rolla, right over Botno, as it works its way into southern Manitoba, exiting Saskatchewan. And then, look at this, it parks right over the Red River Valley as we head into the forecast period on Thursday night. So we do have some smoke that will be working its way in, but thankfully here in the valley, it won't be nearly as concentrated at the surface as what we'll see for neighbors out to the western portion of the Dakotas. Now, on this same model, what we're going to look at is the total precipitation forecast by this model as we go through the whole period. So you'll see the rain starting to pile up. The timestamp on this is Friday morning. So Thursday night and into Friday morning, we'll start to see some showers of rain, not snow, push its way into the Devil's Lake Basin. And that will continue to trek its way up into northwest Minnesota, with our chances of rain continuing right into the afternoon hours of Friday. Not all models are showing everybody getting rain, but many models are showing a little bit more at times than this particular model did. So what we will do is switch over and take a look at another model's precipitation forecast then. And the track and timing shows that as we get into your Friday morning, there'll be a round of showers in the Devil's Lake Basin, and then heading into the Friday afternoon time frame, that chance will begin increasing here in the Southern Valley. Some of these models, by the way, are literally just coming in. Let me take a look at the Canadian one as well. That's kind of a fun one to look at. All right, here we go. That's loading up. Now we'll look at the precipitation estimates by this model. And now this one's showing a little bit more widespread rain. I don't think we're going to all get a lot of rain, but what I do think these models show is that those of us that do will have a great chance at 1/4 of an inch of rain in some spots and up to a 1/2 inch or maybe a little more under some of the heavier showers of rain that do push their way through. All right, that is a look at the forecast rainfall totals. I wanted to update you with the very latest that we have moving through here. Thank you very much for watching. And now, good evening, Kathy. And again, let's take a look at your forecast numbers for the morning here so you're caught up on what you need to know. Temperatures in the morning in the near 50-degree range. Still breezy with gusts from the south to around 30 or 35 miles per hour. The coolest temperatures in our area will be in central Minnesota. So in places like Wadena and all the way up towards Sabika, you'll have some cool weather there. And we'll have an increase in clouds and showers moving in from Montana, and those will push into, by the late day, north central North Dakota and central North Dakota. So this is kind of that line of showers. Our winds gust, our heat will build. We'll hit 75 in Fargo. We'll be in the 70s as well for you folks in Grand Forks, as we have a gorgeous, gorgeous but windy day. And again, Because of the winds, that fire danger, well, it's going to be a little bit on that threatening side again, but we do have that chance of rain beginning late, mainly up in the Devil's Lake Basin. So again, with as dry as the vegetation is, as dry as the air is, and the gustiness of the wind, just really try to avoid burning altogether if you can all help it. Notice the cool pool that'll be splashing in behind the system. Here's what you need to know about this as we go into the forecast period. This is another forecast rainfall amount. Many of us seeing a trace to 0.4 of an inch, but isolated pockets picking up even more than that. And that's what we're looking at as we go between Friday morning and Friday night late. So temperatures drop and plummet from those mid 70s here in the FM area down into the low 60s for Friday and for Saturday, but we'll start to see increasing sunshine on Saturday and a warm up on Sunday. Temperatures will be rising all the way up into the 70s on Monday as we'll have a spotty shower chance here. Oh, Pedro, how are you doing? Come here, buddy. Do you want to help do the weather? Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, he wants to say hi. Come on. You do? Okay. There he is. He just don't want to jump up on Dad's lap here. So what Pedro sees here is that we'll have a chance at some fun this weekend, a great day to take your puppy for a walk. And that lasts into Monday as well before the next cold front moves through. So did you hear the magic word, go for a walk? Yeah, he gets excited when he hears that. So that's a look at Pedro and a look at what's going on here. And now I got to tell you one more reminder, tomorrow. Wow. 4:30, join me, and I got to introduce you to my good buddy, Caden Mosier from Dilworth, Glendon, Felton. We'll answer questions, but one thing I want you to know is where you can sign up, and you can do that at Luther Family Ford by swinging down to their location in South Fargo. And there you can sign up right there during normal business hours, and that's one place you can do it. The other place, hutchesweather.com. Head on over to Hutch's website. That's my website. hutchesweather.com, and you can get the latest. Now, hutchesweather.com also is where you've uploaded a ton of photos, and I got to share a couple of these with you because we've gotten some doozies coming in here. Now, again, if you do log into Hutch's Weather at hutchesweather.com, we'll let you know what those alerts are right at the top of the page. And as far as photos go, that Hunter Moon, that one, look at this, all the way from Montana. Thank you so very much. In Hingham, Montana, all the way out there in the north central part of the state. What a beautiful sight. And those high clouds and the showers that are hopefully going to push into that area as well, bringing them some much needed rain showers. Not everybody will see it in that big sky country, and a lot of moon shots out here from the Detroit Lakes area all the way through Clearbrook. Let's check on Clearbrook. We haven't done that for a while. Oh, looks like there's a man in the moon, says Gene. Thank you for your upload. Now, there has been a lot of viewing of the old comet through the skies and a lot of great photos, but this one takes the cake, Gene. Thanks again for uploading this in the Clearbrook area once again. Now, this hazy little section right there, that's the comet, and that's the comet's tail. This is not the comet. These are high clouds called cirrus clouds, and sometimes they can fan out behind aircraft. I think that's what this long, narrow one is. It's called a contrail. And this bright thing here, well, when you're taking a slower exposure, that is a SpaceX train of satellites working their way across the sky. So what a treat Gene captured. Did you see this? The comet moving down toward the horizon, and this, well, that was just something else. So thanks for taking the time to visit hutchesweather.com for your uploads, and I sure appreciate, all of us appreciate the ability to see that. So that's what's going on there. Now let me share this with you. I had a chance to visit with my friends over at Luther Family Ford, and I'll just go ahead and roll this little video that was shot earlier explaining just a little bit more about the Hutch's Weather Kid program. So for now, I'll take you to that, and then we'll get you on the road for your great evening. Hello, everyone. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson, and today I'm joined by Brian Mosier. He is the general manager here at Luther Family Ford, and Luther Family Ford is making Hutch's Weather Kid possible. So, Brian, tell me a little bit about what excites you about the Luther Family Ford Hutch's Weather Kid program.
You know, first of all, Hutch, it's your passion for weather. It really is.
It's
and,
fun.
you know, in bringing in these kids, you know, to learn things from you and see how weather's actually done. Get to stand in front of the big screen and point at things and learn how to do that. And and maybe how you model your weather forecast and things. I think that's just awesome. I think that's really interesting for the kids to learn. And you never know, you might get a meteorologist or two out of it.
Exactly. You know what, kids, if you have a passion for science, for weather, even talking a lot like me, yeah, no, seriously, if you like any of that stuff, this might be something that you just want to give it a try. And if you think you're shy about it too, I can tell you this. When I was 9, 11, 18, talking in front of groups or a camera was difficult, but it's doing this that can help really show you how good you can be at it. So a little interest in broadcasting, a little interest in lights, camera, and you can bring the action too. We want to have a little bit of fun. Speaking of fun, here's one of the things I'm excited about, and it's here in the setting of the Luther Family Ford showroom. Because we have more space, we can take time to really go in depth about some things. We can learn something new with each weather kid that comes along. So again, what interests you in this program?
Well, I just think it's a great thing for the kids. You know, they get to learn things they're probably never going to learn in school until upper ages in college, maybe if they're interested and go that far. But they get to learn about things, and they can look out the window and see these clouds. And hey, Hutch probably taught them something about these clouds, so they know what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, tell everybody where they can sign up.
Well, you can sign up here at the dealership anytime during normal business hours. We're located on the corner of I-29 and 32nd Avenue. And you can go on your website, hutchesweather.com, as well.
That's exactly right. We need you to sign up. We'll draw names. If you get called, we'll schedule you to come here to Luther Family Ford, and we'll make some magic happen when it comes to talking about weather right here at Luther Family Ford. Brian, thank you so very much. It's
Thank you,
a pleasure
Hutch.
that you are sponsoring Hutch's Weather Kids.
All right, so a little bit about the big Hutch's Weather Kid launches tomorrow, 4:30, right here. It'll be live on my web channel, and we'll talk about it as well right here on Facebook. So thanks so much for joining me. See if I have any questions before we wrap up this evening's round of weather. Sure hoping we get some rain. Karen, good to see you on board. Tyler, harvesting. Oh my goodness. What are you harvesting? I know the beets were rocking when I went up north this past weekend. So, and in South Dakota, there's some folks taking the corn too, starting to get into that. And the beans, I think, are mostly done across much of the area. But thanks for your work as area producers continue to bring in the crops. A little bit of rain on the way, though, for you. I'll have an update for you right here. But for now, I am meteorologist Hutch Johnson, appreciating each and every one of you for taking the time to swing on by and get your weather information right here. For now, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and